Hey everybody, I'm Erin. I'm here just to do a little 30-minute chair yoga flow. If you prefer to be seated on the ground, or maybe you just want to lie down and do some of the shapes that I'm offering on your back, that's also fine. Just know that whatever position you choose to be in a chair, seated on the ground, lying down, you can always change your mind and switch it up in the middle of practice. I'll be doing everything from the chair today. We'll just kind of warm up the body a little bit, do some work in the joints, moving the joints, and just slowing down the breath and dropping into the body. Let's get started in Tadasana, mountain pose, and we'll just start by connecting the feet to the ground. So whatever that means for you, moving your toes a little bit, stretching the toes big and planting them back down, or maybe just shifting your weights forward and backward, side to side on your feet. If you are lying down, feel free to just move in any way that connects you to the ground. It's kind of shifting side to side. We'll just start to move up the body a little bit. So feet are planted. You're starting to feel your hips connected to your chair or the ground underneath you. You can do a little rocking from side to side, feeling weight in one side of your body and then the other. And just moving that up your body even more, up towards your shoulders. You can lift one shoulder up, then other shoulder up. It's moving in a way that helps wake your body up a little bit. Notice how things feel for you. And we'll move that into the neck. So just starting to sit up a little bit taller. You can just rock your head side to side. Softening through the sides of your neck. And when you're ready, you can make your way into a place of stillness. So we're just going to sit up tall. Notice the feet again touching the ground, a gentle pressing down of your feet. And gentle pressing down of your hips, letting the hips be heavy towards your chair or the ground. And then just start to lift the center of your chest a little bit. Elbows are just soft at the sides of your body. Hands are soft in your lap. And just let the shoulders soften down the back a little bit. Feel free to close your eyes or keep them open. And in this upright position, mountain pose, or as Noah likes to call it, cliff pose, just start to bring your hands onto your belly, connecting to your breath here. We'll just inhale deeply and fill your belly with breath so the belly expands into your hands. And exhale, let your hands lower, empty the belly of breath. And inhale slowly. Belly expands like a balloon. And exhale, gently let that breath go. And a couple more breaths just like that. Inhaling slowly. Exhale completely. Breathe in, feel the belly expand. Breathe out, it lowers back down. Just breathing in this way for a couple more rounds. You might even see if you can slow down your breath even more. If it helps, you can even count your breath Just to know that you're slowing it down, inhaling for 3 to 5 counts. Exhale 3 to 5 counts. Just one more breath like that. Inhale completely. Exhale, let it go. You can release your hands wherever they feel comfortable. Just sit up tall, feeling that length up through the hip crease to your armpit. Both sides lifting. And just take one more full inhale here. Exhale, just release your hands down to your sides. Press the feet gently into the ground and then just sweep the arms up. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, lower the hands down, palms flip down if that feels useful to you. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands down. Couple more of those, just warming up the shoulder joints a little bit here. Just sensing that grounding through your feet and your hips. And a little bit of lightness in your upper body. 2 more rounds, just breathing slowly. And you don't have to go at the same pace that I'm going. As usual, always just moving at your own pace with your own breath. We'll just meet with the hands on top of the legs whenever you're done and ready to move on. We'll do a little seated cat and cow. So a gentle press of the hands into your knees as you lean forward a little bit and arch your back. So just looking up, finding a little lift in your chest. And then as you exhale, you can just round your back in. Just feeling almost as if there was a beach ball coming in towards the belly, rounding over that. And then inhale, look up, arch your back. And full exhale to round. Take a couple more little rounds like this. Moving from these 2 shapes. And if you'd like, you can add a little extra movement if you want to move your spine in a little different way. Shifting your weight side to side and your hips. Shifting your rib cage a little bit. Maybe rolling forward and then backwards. So this is a little bit of free range movement time. Just kind of feeling into your body, the sides of your body. Notice how your spine feels today. And we'll meet back in the middle. So once you've evened out, you feel even on both sides, you can just meet back in the middle, letting the shoulders gently soften down your back. Take a big breath in and full breath out. Just start to reach one arm up and overhead, so it's just along the side of your ear. Just start to bend your elbow so the hand just taps your shoulder, or it can be more in the middle of your back. So your choice there, just by the shoulder or middle, just finding a placement there. Just pointing the elbow straight up towards the ceiling as much as possible. So sometimes the elbow is down here. It depends on how the shoulder's feeling today. And it also depends on anatomy. Different anatomy can affect what a pose looks like in your body. Just pointing the elbow in whatever direction, just feeling that forward action and lift. And then if you want a little extra sensation, you can bring that other hand up and overhead and just hug the elbow in towards your head. And if you want even more sensation here, you can move that bottom arm. I'm going to turn just so you can see here. You can move the bottom arm up the back and just start to inch it up towards that hand. And you might just pause here, or you might be able to touch your fingertips. And there's no real place that you should be here. It's just feeling into this shape. Just taking one more big breath in. And then gently release. So just releasing that side. Hands at the sides or on the legs. Feet connected to the ground. Take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. And just start to lift your other arm up. Just doing that same thing on the other side. Gently bend the elbow. And then you can take your hand up and overhead if you want that little extra sensation. Or you might take the hand back behind you and clasp your hands. And something to be mindful here is sometimes when we're in this shape, we kind of tend to round forward. Can be a common thing that happens. Just see if you can use the connection of your head and your arm. Just gently pressing your head back into your arm to stay lifted. Let's take one more big breath in here. And just slowly release the arm down. Hands at the sides or easy in your lap. Just take a full breath in and a full breath out. Let's just sweep the arms back up and overhead. Just holding this time. Fingertips stretched up. Gentle lift in the chest. And then feel free to move your wrists, just kind of tapping into what your wrists feel like today. Rolling them out a little bit or even just flexing in different directions. Just moving the hands in the space that they're in. And then feel free to move the arms in a different place. So you can continue moving your wrists if you'd like, or just kind of experiment with how your arms feel and hands feel as you move them through the space around you. Out to your sides, down below, maybe one arm up, one arm down. Kind of feeling into how this feels for your body. And maybe switch if you had the opposite action going. Rolling out the wrists. Breathing deep. And this actually really reminds me of a flamenco dancer. This is kind of a flamenco dancing movement of the hands. It feels really good. Just experimenting, checking in. We'll meet with the arms stretched back up. Something new every time. Just take a big breath in here. As you exhale, just bring the hands down to the tops of the legs or at your sides. Just take a full round of breath. Inhale slowly. And exhale, let it go. All right, let's bring the one knee in towards the chest. So you can hold on to the back of the leg. You can hold on to the front of the leg. Just kind of bringing your knee a little closer in towards your chest. And feel free to move your ankle. Rolling out the ankle a little bit or pointing and flexing. Just keeping a slow, steady breath. If possible, just check in with your breath, see how it does feel. And in the next few moments, you can start to move your right ankle over your left thigh for a figure 4 position. And just start to press the knee out and away from you a little bit. A little energetic reach of the knee out. You can bring your hands to your sides here. And you can play around with how it feels to press your right knee down a little bit. Just real gentle press on the inner thigh down towards the ground. Or you can start to fold forward, just letting your hands rest at your sides or the sides of the chair for a little support. Anytime we fold forward in a chair, it's nice to know we're grounded. We're not going to fall forward. Just using the connection of hands on the chair to help with that. And just take a couple more slow breaths here. You might notice where you feel this pose the most in your body. And you might even name the sensation that you feel. Tightness or heat, maybe a release of some kind. On your next inhale, just slowly start to come up and out of the pose. Unravel your legs, feet back on the ground. We're going to walk the feet wide here. Scooch a little closer to the edge of your chair and just do a little windshield wiper of your knees side to side. Just freeing up the hips a little bit. Whenever you're ready, just come back through the middle and draw your left knee in towards your chest, or whatever leg you did not do on the other side. Just hug your knee in, hold onto the front of the leg or the back of the leg, and take a couple circles with the ankle, or maybe just point and flex. If moving your ankle doesn't feel like something that's possible right now, you can just bring your awareness to the ankle, just kind of softening that space from the inside out. And then we'll gently just cross the ankle over the thigh, figure 4, sitting up tall here, settling in to the upright position, gently pressing the knee down. Or you can bring your hands to your chair and just start that little fold forward. So your choice, just settling into a place that feels interesting to you. And as always, little movements are encouraged. If moving side to side here feels good, or kind of folding in and then easing up. If you want to keep moving, that's always encouraged. Just keeping this awareness of your body and the space that you're in. Just take another slow breath in. A slow breath out. And gently start to come up and out of the pose. Bring your feet wide, scooch to the edge of your chair. Just a little windshield wiper side to side. And just come back into an upright seated position, Tadasana. Hands can be at your sides or on your lap. A gentle lift of the chest. Let's take a full breath in here, a full breath out. And we'll close with the self-hug just before Shavasana. So you can cross one arm under the other. I'm going to start with my right arm on top, so if that's helpful to you, you can do the same. Just wrapping your hands around opposite directions. So just like you're giving yourself a nice big squeeze. And this not only feels good and comforting, it also helps open up the space in between your shoulder blades, the space in between your fingers here. As you can see, it's kind of broadening that space at my upper back. Just kind of feeling into that. You can even kind of pull your elbows away from your body a little bit to feel that a little stronger. You might even imagine your breath traveling all the way up into that space between your shoulder blades. Holding for one more inhale. And a slow exhale, just unravel. Feel free to bring the arms out into a T, just stretching. And then we'll move in the other direction. So other arm is on top, left arm for me. Just take a couple breaths here, just feeling into what this pose feels like. And ooh, a little twisting action side to side, just real gentle, like you're giving someone a nice warm hug. Feels kind of good in the spine. You want to experiment with that. Feel free to move the elbows a little farther away from you. Let your breath travel up. As we're here for just a few more moments, you might close your eyes and just tell yourself something that you need to hear. Some words of encouragement, some words of affirmation. Just one more big inhale here. Full breath out to unravel, arms stretch out. And then just lower the hands down to your sides or onto the legs. We'll move into Shavasana from here, our final rest. You can stay in your chair and just get into a comfortable place. You might choose to just stay seated upright. You might choose to extend your legs a little bit, leaning back into your chair just to facilitate a little more relaxation. Or you can lie on the ground, just someplace that feels comfortable for you to drop in and just be quiet with yourself for a minute or so. Eyes can be open or closed here. You can let go of any control of your breath, just noticing how your breathing is moving naturally through your body. Slowly start to deepen your breath a little bit. Notice any sounds that are around you. Just letting any little sounds that you hear be a part of your experience of this moment. With that awareness of breath and sound, just start to reawaken your physical body. Little movements in your fingers and toes. Maybe take a full body stretch like you're just waking up for the first time today. And we'll meet with the hands connected at the heart center or just stacked over the heart, depending on where you are on your back or seated upright. Just letting your awareness move towards your heart space. Just acknowledging this practice and the unity that it can bring with breath, body, and spirit connecting. Thank you for sharing in this practice today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to all the artists at Passionworks who have made these wonderful decorations that are in my little at-home studio. Made my space look pretty fun today. And I'll be uploading more videos in the near future. If you have any requests that you'd like to see, please let me know. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.